Oh.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I said no sugar, you Live? Welcome back. We're actually receiving breaking news from Rotherham United, where after only a few days in charge of the club, Kenny Jackett has left his position. Now, this is the second manager within a week to leave Rotherham United after Alan Stubbs' departure last Monday. Really worrying times ahead for the Millers fans, as they're going to struggle to find a suitable replacement this close to the season. We'll bring you more as this story develops.
Now things are just getting bad to worse at Rotherham. First they get rid of Stubbs and then they get rid of Jackett in the space of a week. What is going on at that club? Got no idea. Have you got any idea? I've got no idea. What they're going to end up with? Who is going to want to manage at that club? They're going to end up with some guy from Malta with lovely hair.
Hello?
Hello, is that Dave?
Yes?
Dave, it's Mr. Stewart, the Rotherham United chairman.
Right.
Listen, Dave, the has hit the fan. We are desperate. Okay, you were in Madrid. But I'm not going to lie, I need somebody in the next 12 hours.
Are you taking the
Listen, I'll give you the job.
Really?
And your missus is quite fit, so happy days.
What?
Oh, nothing, man. I'll give you anything you need. Anything.
Anything?
Anything you need. I got it for you, man.
No, I think I've got to think about it.
Please, you've got to help me.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back today to a brand new series on the channel. Today, as I hope you've already kind of sussed out, we're going to be taking charge of Rotherham United, a team on this game which are kind of destined for relegation almost. And what I want to do is push Rotherham up, get promotion somehow into the Premier League and see what we can do from there. The beta save, if you check that out, didn't go according to plan. We barely made it to January with Real Madrid. So I'm hoping today that we can have a little bit of change in fortunes. So I'm going to go through all the stuff, transfers, tactics, what's been happening over pre-season. And then we're going to go into our first game against my beloved Wolverhampton Wanderers, who just got their new manager. Paul Lambert was linked in-game, even though he got the job last night as well. They've actually employed Javier Aguirre. I've heard of this guy. He's doing the rounds a little bit in Qatar as they're doing now. But yeah, I remember him at Atletico Madrid. I actually saw Bolton versus Atletico Madrid back in, I think it was like 08 or something. So there you go. There's a little anecdote for you to start off the series. So yeah, Wolves is the first game. We've got a lot to do. First things first though, guys, there's the stats, because whenever I play Football Manager, I set it to the minimum. So I'm having 1, maybe 2 maximum for stats. I put a poll on Twitter, which is here on the screen right now, and I've had some heated discussions with people about it, and they're saying, you know, go suit the team, because when you've got low qualifications, I just feel it makes it more fun, because Football Manager as such doesn't have a difficulty, but I feel that if you do want the game to be easy, medium or hard, that's the way to do it. Pick your qualifications and so on. So I always made it the hardest it could be, and some people saying it wasn't realistic, or some people saying it's just not that fun. I thought it was fun, and I'd always done it the same as well. So I'm hoping, guys, that this will work out. One thing I have done is put Malta as my maximum scouting knowledge. I don't have a clue why. Rotherham needed an assistant manager. They needed some staff. As you can see, the staff isn't great. I thought I brought some good scouts in, to be fair, but I'm going to bring in some more scouts. Apparently, we've only got 1 scout and 1 chief scout, but we're going to bring in some more scouts to bolster that up a little bit. We've brought in some decent coaching, but over the course of the season, as finances are a little bit restricted, over the course of the season, I'm hoping to bring in some new staff and bolster up that scouting team and so on. So Assistant manager for the time being is going to be Brede Hangeland. He's got okay stats. It's nothing brilliant. He's got decent tactical knowledge and decent tactical, good determination and adaptability, which I like. He's got good scouting knowledge of Denmark, England, Norway, some of the Scandinavian countries. It's his first job. I thought I'd give him a helping hand. He looks an okay assistant manager for this sort of level. Scouts wise, we brought in Derek Langley, who's a brilliant scout, and there's also Alan Gemil, who's pretty decent too. So that's all on that front. Transfer wise though, lads, we're going to go through a few things. We've brought in quite a few players, so let's check them out. So the first player I brought in was another goalkeeper called Oliver Davis. He's a young goalkeeper who actually does need to be put into the senior squad for this game. We had two decent goalkeepers in League Camp and someone else who I'll show you shortly. And this guy came up on a free, and I thought with his potential to be quite good, I thought I'd give him a chance. So we signed him up, and we actually cashed in on the other goalkeeper. And we cashed in, which is our only other sale, on Lewis Price. He went to Derby County. I think he's an okay goalkeeper, but we've got Lee Camp, who is probably a little bit better. And I thought there's no point in having two half-decent goalkeepers if one of them's not going to play. So I thought we'd cash in, get a little bit of money because we were struggling. And we brought in Oliver Davis, and Lewis Price did leave the club. Next signing was a striker. It was Federico Marcheda, a player who's okay for this sort of level. You know, he hit the heights at Manchester United, a bit of a one-goal wonder against Villa. But his stats are pretty decent for a striker. He's got 12 finishing, 13 composure. His physicals are okay as well. He's decent in the air. He's an all-round half-decent striker, really. And someone who's going to be backup. When I show you the team in a minute, you'll recognise some of the strikers. So I think he's a good option to have, especially late into a game. I think he'll offer something. Then we spent £110,000 on James Wallace, a central midfielder. Again, the Rotherham squad was quite small, so we needed to bolster up numbers. James Wallace came in from Sheffield United. Current ability 3-star, 3.5-star potential ability. He's decent all-round, decent midfielder. As you can see, his stats are highlighted there. Decent passing, decent work rate, teamwork, which is what you need really. I think he could be an okay option to have this season. We then brought in some youth players. So we've got Matthew George, who I just saw a little bit of potential in him, on a free for 400 odd quid a week. I don't think it's that bad a signing for the youth team. And then we brought in a centre back or defensive midfielder, one of the two, called Tikita. I've not actually heard of this guy in real life. 29-year-old Frenchman. He's had, if we look at his history quickly, he's had passed in Scotland, so some of you Scottish SPL fans might have heard of him. He's had experience in Portugal, in the top leagues as well, with Belenenses and Tondela. He's also been at Dynamo Bucharest in Romania as well, so he's played at some decent levels. So I think he's an okay player to bring in, very physical, which is good. He's not that quick, but his natural fitness, stamina, strength is all bang on. Good tackler as well. So I think as a centre back, or when we want to play with the defensive midfielder, which I've been looking at, I think he'd be a good player for us. Another youth player, Liam Coogans, but this guy's got a really decent potential. Thought I'd bring him in. 11 finishing already, good physical stats. Probably get loaned out this season. Had a lot of experience in Scotland and so on. So I hope he could be a little decent player for the future. Now is the man who I really wanted to sign on a permanent deal. He wouldn't join on a permanent deal, but it is Kuki, a guy who I love on this game so far. I did sign him on my stream save for Wolves. We even had a look at him for Real Madrid. On the Wolves stream save, he's got fantastic potential. He just can't seem to get in the team at the moment, which is a little bit annoying. So I'm either going to cash in or loan him out on that save. But I think I'll get a lot of money for him because he's a really, really good player. And I thought, if we can't sign him, we'll loan him. And it might, if we play well this season and do well, he may well join. His physical stats are okay, and for an 18-year-old, his technical stats are really, really good as well. All the key ones that you need, finishing, composure, first touch, are all pretty decent, and they're all obviously going to get better. And I think for this level of football, he's a very, very good option to have. Another signing for £100,000 was Luke Leahy. Or I think that's how you say it. He's just a 3-star, 2.5-star ability, 3-star potential left back. I actually think he's not bad. I mean, look at his finishing. That's ridiculous for a left back. 14 finishing. So if he's in and around that area, I'd hope he put the ball in the back of the net. He's got better finishing and composure than most of our strikers, to be fair. So that could be a thing we can look at. I know it's ridiculous. I mean, we signed for Wolves in real life. We signed a striker who then played at left back. Could this work the other way around? I actually think these stats for a striker would not be too bad at all. I can't really highlight them, but that's something we could look at, lads. And the last signing, which you may have caught earlier on, is Antonio Pavic, who's a really decent looking player. He plays at left back or left wing. I'm actually going to loan him out this season. Again, his physicals are really good. He's a quick player on the ball. Dribbling is good as well. And so I want him to get some first team experience. Wimbledon are one of the teams who are in the league below us, but offering him key player status. And I think that'd be fantastic for him. And next season he'd come back a quality player to use in the first team. So guys, that is the transfers done. We spent a total of £210,000, which I don't think is too bad at all. Squad wise, if I show you quickly here, I've got the star ratings and stuff highlighted. Now our team is quite big for the championship, or I think it's a good size for the championship now. So we're going to go quickly through the players. Lee Camp and Oliver Davis, who I've already kind of touched on. Lee Camp looks pretty decent. Even better, I might go on squad depth just to show you. If you guys are struggling and you want to know where you can improve your team, use squad depth. It's on this little one here, this little booklet, and then click squad depth. It's great, a great little graphic just to show you, and it's with help from the assistant as well. So in goal, I think Lee Camp's a pretty good goalkeeper. Eamon Belade, I think that is going to be our left back, along with maybe Joe Matic, who's got some great experience as well. Centre backs, we've got Greg Halford, Kelvin Wilson, Kirk Broadfoot as well, Dominic Ball, even Belade can play there. So we've got pretty good centre backs, to be fair. Right back is going to be Greg Halford, or even Stephen Kelly, who again has got very good experience at some top levels as well. He's getting on a little bit, to be fair, but he's still a quality player. Central midfielders, we've got Tom Adeyemi, Lee Frecklington, Joe Newell, Will Vaux. We've got Jake Forster-Caskey in on loan as well. So we've got some good players there. Maybe a position I want to add one more face to, a quality central midfielder, but we can't do that today. We're going to be doing that, possibly I'll announce that next episode. Left wing, we've got Danny Ward and Izzy Brown. Izzy Brown looks a really good player, in on loan from Chelsea as well, so I think that's a really good signing for us. Physically, he's a quality player on the game. Right hand side, we've got Peter Roden wingy, guys, so I think I'm going to play him striker a lot more. Obviously his stats are going down. He's 35 now. We've got him for another year. His contract was only up till January. I've renewed it though, to go till the end of next season as well. I think he's a good player, and I think he'll retire at the club, which is good. I think he'll do the business for us. We've also got John Taylor, who's always been a really decent player on this game. Physically, he's quality. Dribbling, he's got 13 as well. He's a good winger, to be fair, for this sort of level. And I think that was a good signing for Rotherham in real life in the summer. So strikers, Odin winger, you've got Dexter Blackstock as well, who's always got experience at this sort of level. He's not a natural goal scorer as such, even though he's got good finishing. The rest of his stats isn't great, but he's quite tall. He's good in the air as well, which is great. Obviously Marcada, Danny Ward as well. Johnson Clark Harris, who's got great potential, but unfortunately he's out for the whole season. He's out for 8 to 9 months. But I think next season he could be a good player for us. So guys, that is the team roundup, and I don't think there's much more to touch on other than the friendlies, which we were not beaten. But we didn't have many great teams come against us. We beat our under 23s 4-1. Odin Wingy grabbed 2, Richard Wood scoring, and Danny Ward scoring, and Kuda Musque, the big man, scoring for the under 23s. Adrionians, I think that's how you pronounce it. We beat them 3-0. John Taylor, Joe Matic, and Dexter Blackstock grabbing the goals. We drew to Real Valladolid, 1 goal each. Jake Forster-Caskey saving us with a penalty, and then we beat Parkgate 1-0, which is a bit worrying because that's like our strongest team. And we beat them 1-0 with Peter Odinwingy. So guys, we're going to be playing Wolves now. Very tough game. If you quick look at their side, you know how decent they are. Transfer wise, they only brought in 2 players. They brought in Axel Twanzebe from Manchester United, who is a centre back, and Nikolai Bodorov, who's also a centre back. So the guy obviously knows what needs doing. Their team, as you know, quality. John Daddy Bodvarsson, I'm guessing, is going to start from maybe Joe Mason, but they've got Caballero and Sace. So great plays in there. We've got to be up to our best. I think I would take a draw in this game. So guys, here we are. Wolves are favourites, as you'd expect, for this match. But I'd love us to go out and grab a win in this one. I'd take a draw, as I say, but Wolves are playing actually quite defensively, which I'm not too fussed about. We're going to start with Lee Camp in goal, Joe Matic, Kirky B at centre back with Fry, Greg Halford at right back, Joe Newell, Tom Adeyemi, and Frecklington in midfield. We've got 2 deep line playmakers and 1 ball winning midfielder in the middle there. Izzy Brown and John Taylor on the wings, and then Big Peter Odin Wingy up front now. It's hard to kind of pick an 11 at this moment in time, especially with the subs. So we've got Davis on the subs with Fisher, Ward, Kuki, Tikito rather, Allen and Marcade. And now Wolves are starting with Carl Hakimi in goal, Borth with Jackson, Courtney House, Danny Bart and Silvio at the back, which is, they've not really included any of the centre-backs they've signed. Romain Saiss, Jack Price as the two defensive midfielders, Helder Costa and Ivan Cavallero on the wings, how to share it in behind the Bodvarsson. I'm actually quite confident about this, lads, because looking at that team, it's quite defensive and I'm not too bothered about that sort of thing. So, I'm pretty happy. I want us to do well. I'm going to actually add some instructions which I haven't even done, not even crossed my mind to do. So, I'm going to go, I don't even know, look for the overlap maybe. I'll go mix crosses because I know Odin Wing is pretty good at it with his head as well. Out to fairly wide. I'm going to keep passing on mix because I don't want us to go more, too direct, but I don't want us to just keep short passing, you know what I mean. We'll keep our team shape on flexible for the time being. I think I'm going to just keep it as that at the moment and see what we could do. I might go run at defence because we've got quite quick wingers. So we'll go with that. We'll see how it goes. And let's hope that we can get something out of our first game. We're going to be doing 2D match engine, 3D highlights, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy that sort of thing. And hopefully we go and grab something out of our first game. We've got a corner early on here. It's cleared away only as far as Adeyemi. Back out to Izzy Brown. Couldn't quite get it. Frecklington, 1-0 already in the first 4 minutes against Wolves. Get in there. I can't believe we're already winning this game. It was Tom Adeyemi who knocked it in, and it came in. Izzy Brown couldn't quite get something clean. It was half cleared, and Frecklington, with more or less an empty net, puts it into the back of the net. Within 4 minutes, we're 1-0 up against Wolves. Here's Taylor. We're bossing it, lads. What's going on? Here's Newell. Newell, shot on goal. Hakimi parries it away. We have started really, really well so far. With 16 minutes gone, we're still 1-0 up, lads. Ball back in, half cleared. Here's John Taylor. Can he do anything else? Back to Greg Halford. Into Newell again. To Fry. Ball over the top towards Odin Wingy. Hakimi comes out and claims it. So, lads, hopefully we're going to have the green screen running next episode. I brought some lighting and stuff. I do have the green screen. Matic with the effort, just wide. Yeah, I do have the green screen, but there's like some shadows and stuff, and it's not making the quality great. So we're going with the normal face cam for the time being, and then the green screen next episode. So hopefully there's a bit more room on the screen and so on. Then here's Romain Saiss for Wolves. We still 1-0 up with half an hour gone. Teixeira just beats a man there. John Daddy Bodvarsson with not much to aim at. Bodvarsson, oh wow. He got the shot away, it kind of wriggled past Lee Cam and hit the post, but it came back into his arms, and we're still 1-0 up here. Here's Broadfoot, headed away. Danny Bart, Adeyemi brings it down. Here's Brown, out to Joe Matic on the wing. Can whip one in towards Odin Wingy, it's 2-0. Get in. Peter Odin Wingy makes it 2-0 against the Wolves. He loves scoring against Wolves. And Joe Matic put it in. Odin Wingy gets in front of his man, and it's typical Wolves defending from the cross, but Odin Wingy beats Carl Hakimi at the near post to make it 2-0. Oh man, what is going on with my voice there? I can't believe it, lads. 2-0 up at half time. I honestly did not expect this. What a start to the season this could be against Wolves at home as well. And we're going to kick off the second half and hope for some more of the same. Here's John Taylor on the attack for us. Here's Joe Newell. There's so much room in the middle because Wolves are playing so defensive, and Newell got the shot away and it just skimmed wide. Still 2-0 here. I don't think there's much need for changes at the moment. Here's Fry into Halford to Frecklington. Halford was your option there. Here's Newell again. Going to free up some room, and another great effort on goal. And it's just wide, and we're knocking on the door for a third at the moment, guys. But we're going to make some changes. I am going to bring off Frecklington. We're going to bring on Scott Allen to have a game. Keep him as a deep line playmaker. On support, it seems to be working at the moment. And we're going to bring on Kuki for Odin Wingy. Odin Wingy's had a really good game, but I'm going to give him a rest. Hopefully keep him fresh for those upcoming fixtures and give Kuki, the young lad, a chance. So guys, it looks like we have won the first game of the season and got a clean sheet. Here's Romain Saiss for Wolves. Price, Wolves keeping the ball well. Joe Matic can clear, only half cleared. but the whistle should go any minute with 15 seconds over the stoppage time. And as it stands, we've got 3 points in our first game. And there you go, the whistle's gone. We battered Wolves. We absolutely battered them. I don't know if it was because our tactic was good, our lineup was great, if Wolves sat back too much or what, but we were brilliant. We were brilliant in that game. Look at the stats, 27 shots on goal, 7 were on target. Wolves only had the 8. Joe Matip grabbing the man of the match with an 8.2 with an assist. We were fantastic that game. And what a victory to start off the series. There's other victories. Huddersfield beat Brentford 4-3. But guys, just to show you that I haven't cheated or anything of that sort, in-game editor use no, in-game editor allowed no. So there's not going to be any of that crap happening during this game. But what a result in the Championship. We are now 5th in the league. Obviously, there is a long way to go, but what a game for us. What a result. Maybe one player could be coming in. I'm not too sure just yet before the next episode, guys. But hopefully you can join us for that next time. Smash that like if you haven't already. What a start to the series. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you have any kind of Championship quality player you suggest that I go and scout in time for the next, in time for this window or the January window, do let me know in the comment section down below. We haven't got too much money, but just let me know who you think. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, boys. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon.